Hey friends, Ash here with gentsscents. Hope you're doing really well. Today we're going to be taking a look at this one, Azzaro, the Most Wanted, new release for 2021. I checked this out during a first impression a number of months back, whenever it was brand new basically, but I've had a lot of time to wear it since then. So now I'm going to give you guys my updated full review. We'll check out the presentation like always, and I'll let you know whether or not you should check this one out. So let's jump into it. First off, the presentation. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's get it done. First off, the box. You got the name of the house, name of the fragrance, size, concentration, right there on the front. Everything you want to see. At the top of the box, the exact same information, just in case you're looking at it from above, I guess. On one side of the box, you've got nothing. On the other side of the box, you have some precautions. Okay, it's flammable until dry. Keep it away from flames. Avoid spraying in your eyes. Important stuff. Hopefully you already knew that, but if you didn't, it's right there. On the back, you have a little information about the fragrance. Life is a celebration. Step into the light and enjoy the moment. It's your time to shine. Actually, kind of like an uplifting poster. Yeah. You've also got your ingredients on the bottom of the back. And then on the bottom of the box, you have your batch code, which is 91U2003. And here we've got the bottle. It's your typical Azzaro Wanted bottle style, resembles a revolver cylinder at the top there. I actually like it. Frankly, I think it's kind of cool. It's different looking. I know a lot of people think it's tacky and they say, oh no, it looks like something Paco Rabanne would release, you know, with their robot bottle and 1 million looking like a gold bar and all that stuff, but I still like it. And I like the coloration too, the black on black with this kind of matte finish at the top. It's cool. I dig it. On the bottom, you have your sticker and the cap does click into place. And let me go ahead and waste a couple sprays for you guys like always. Here we go. Or, you know, three sprays. Now, of course, this is the fourth fragrance in the Wanted line. You had the original right here, which smells kind of like Invictus. So this is Azzaro's Invictus inspired by fragrance. Every brand has to have one of those. After that came Wanted by Night. And this one I really like. Wanted by Night, that rustles my jimmies. That sounds weird, but it does. I dig this. This fragrance, sick. For the price, it's awesome. One of the best bang for your buck scents out there. It's unique, it's attention grabbing, it's sweet, it's compliment pulling, and for a designer, it's unique. Did I say that twice? Maybe I did. And then there was Wanted Tonic, which sucks. You see this color? That reminds me of toilet bowl cleaner. That's what you should do with this fragrance. Just open it up, pour it down the toilet. Now, honestly, it's not, yeah, it is that bad actually. I was gonna try to be nice toward it. It's not worth the money. It's a generic sport fragrance, gym fragrance. There are thousands of those out there. Don't spend the money on this unless you just wanna complete the Wanted collection. There are so many fragrances out there that will do exactly what this does for probably $20, $25. So we had some hits, we had some misses in the Wanted lineup, and then this one came out. And I'll tell you, before this was released, this was the one that I was the most hyped for out of the whole line. I'll tell you why. When the first Wanted came out, it smelled like Invictus. I'm not a massive Invictus fan, so it didn't really do it for me. Then Wanted by Night was announced, and I thought, who cares? You know, the original, I didn't really dig. And then it was surprisingly really freaking good. Wanted Tonic, I was a little bit excited for. I was like, yeah, maybe this is gonna be good, nice summertime fragrance, but I'm always a little antsy with those fresh fragrances because stuff like this happens. It's not so great. But then this was announced with the black bottle and the idea of a richer, deeper, darker Wanted. Yeah, that sounded good. One thing, unfortunately, that this fragrance does have is the whole 3-note thing that I like to complain about, that I love to hate, where you have one note in the top, one in the mid, one in the base. So they're not really giving you a whole bunch of information. I don't really like that a whole lot. This one does that. So it's got cardamom in the top, it has toffee in the mid, amberwoods in the base. So that's it. That's pretty much what they give you. Now, if you go to parfumo.net, they give you vanilla and vetiver in the base instead of amberwoods. But the general idea is the same, where once you hit that dry down, it's just going to be something that's warm, sweet, and modern woodsy. So the most wanted, how does it come across to me? Not hyper complex in the sense that it changes constantly. It's pretty consistent with how it smells from the top to the dry down. It does change, but it's not a massive change. When you first spray it on, you get a little bit of this like hint of fruity sweetness that gets overwhelmed pretty much immediately. That toffee comes in and it's just like, hey, how's it going? Get out of here. Just takes that fruit, you know, by the face and just kind of, and it doesn't officially have fruit listed as a note. So, you know, maybe that's just my nose playing tricks on me, but when I smell it in the initial opening, I'm like, yeah, it smells like there's this faint, fresh hint of fruit before it gets unceremoniously stomped in the face by the toffee and moved out of the way. Is there cardamom in here? Sure. More of a green cardamom, not really the cardamom that you're gonna find in something like L'Anouilh de l'Homme or anything like that. And ultimately, the star of the show here is gonna be that toffee and then the amber woodiness that it has as it dries down. The toffee, especially as you head through the mid of the fragrance, is gonna remind you very strongly of Stronger With You by Emporio Armani. Also Stronger With You Intensely. So it smells to an extent like Azzaro's version of that line of fragrances. So for me, on the whole, Wanted by Night is still going to be the most original of the bunch. If you're talking about the fragrance that stands out the most, kind of doing its own thing, that would be Wanted by Night. So yeah, the most wanted, as soon as you spray it on, it's probably going to remind you of Stronger With You or Stronger With You Intensely. As it heads through the mid, that ramps up even more, that resemblance between the two. Once you hit the dry down, the toffee does move into the background a little bit. It's still there, a residual toffee-like warmth and sweetness. But at that point, it's working hand in hand with the amberwoods until the amberwoods kind of overshadow them. This one is going to be more for fall and wintertime use, more of a nighttime fragrance, obviously. I mean, you can tell that just by looking at the bottle, but you can pull it off during the day just as well. A date night fragrance for sure, a night out fragrance. It is office safe, but I would dial it back if you wear it to the office. And that is because the performance here is really good. Off my skin, the most wanted is a beast. I don't know how it is for anybody else, but for me, it is strong. Much stronger than I expected when I first wore the fragrance. Especially in the first couple hours, it pushes out hard. And you notice it more as you're moving around more. It's one of those fragrances where as you're moving about, you'll just catch these big whiffs of it and you'll be like, ooh, man, that is pumping. Maybe if you're sitting at your desk and you're not really moving or doing anything, or you're just sitting there watching TV, you won't pick it up quite as much. You'll just catch a little whiff now and again. But if you're out doing anything and you've sprayed this on, you're gonna smell it. In terms of longevity, for me, 8+ hours off my skin. So it's a strong boy. It's been eating its Wheaties. We're doing its steroids, whatever you wanna say. Eat clean, train hard, and never give up. 2 of you out there got that. Good job. So all this said, for me, where does the most wanted sit? What do I think about it? Well, for me, it still is going to be just under Wanted by Night, as far as my most favorites personally. So it would be at this point, in terms of the whole line, Wanted by Night, number 1, the most wanted, just underneath that, and then a big gap, and Wanted, and another big gap, Wanted Tonic. Now that being said, that's just my personal opinion. Like, that's what I like to smell the most. In terms of mass appeal, this one is the best. That one's pulled a lot of positive attention. My wife loves it. It is just a monster. You know, it projects heavily. That sweetness really seems to rope people in, and it's a great scent for just commanding attention. Now it's sweet, okay? Sweet, very sweet. More so than any other fragrance in this line. So if you don't like those fragrances that go heavy with like a sticky, syrupy sweetness where you can almost feel it like in the back of your palate when you smell it, if you don't like that, you're probably not gonna like this. Assuming you don't mind that though, that ultra sweetness, it's really, really good. And yeah, as I said, at this point, Wanted is a tale of two lines. We've got the Most Wanted and Wanted by Night up here, you know, really high tier designer level fragrances. And then you've got Wanted and Wanted Tonic where, yeah, it's not as good. I mean, Wanted is okay. It's all right. If you get it for a good price, it's good. A lot of people can wear it, but it just doesn't compare to Wanted by Night or the Most Wanted. So overall, from my first impression till now, I do like the Most Wanted a bit more than I originally did. It's grown on me, though I will say that similarity it has to Stronger With You and Stronger With You Intensely is a little bit disappointing because you can tell they didn't go into this fully trying to do something new. And with Wanted by Night, when you smell that, you feel like, you know, it's its own thing. It's not really trying to play off somebody else's playbook, but the Most Wanted does. That being said, it does it really well. It does it successfully. So, you know, can't really get too upset about it. So there we go. Azzaro, the Most Wanted, great performance, big compliment puller, great attention grabber, and smells a little bit like Stronger With You. For me though, it is a solid fragrance, big thumbs up. Once it hits discounters, especially if it gets discounted like Wanted by Night, it is gonna be a steal. $30 range, sometimes even less, on the high end, 35, maybe 40. If you can pick this up for that price in the future, you should buy it. With the caveat that you have to like very sweet fragrances. If you know that you don't like those, then go ahead and pass. Otherwise, pick it up. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for your support. Let me know if you smelled this one in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.